What is going on, guys? Hello and welcome to the Jersey Jaguar channel. I'm your host, Jersey Jaguar. Before we get into this video, first off, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. Just got to fit the 3 criteria in order to do so. 1, love the Jacksonville Jaguars with your heart, soul, and mind. 2, hate the Tennessee Titans with your heart, soul, and mind. And 3, know in your heart, soul, and mind that Shad Khan is the biggest buffoon to ever walk planet Earth. If you fit those 3 criteria, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the topic of this video. Wow. You know, I think a lot of us, because we're so conditioned as Jaguar fans to just be beaten down and just downtrodden and just destroyed in all aspects, mentally, emotionally. But today, the Jaguars actually went out and surprised us. They actually tried. They actually attempted to turn this dumpster fire into not so much of a dumpster fire. And I appreciate that because I'm sick of losing. So in this video, I'm just going to kind of talk about the free agent signings that we made, things I like, things that honestly, I was going to say things I dislike, but I don't really know too much that I dislike. I pretty much love everything they did today. So we're going to get into it. Now, don't judge me, but for a couple of the people that we signed today, I had to write their names down. So excuse my little Legend of Zelda notebook that I have here. Again, don't judge me. Because 2 of the dudes that we signed today, and I know you know who I'm talking about, I cannot pronounce their names without looking at it. But we'll talk about them. Good players. So we're going to go in order of signing, and we started off our day. At first, it was kind of quiet. I was kind of scared because, I wanted, as soon as noon hit, I wanted the Jags to get on it. And the first thing that they did was retain Andrew Wingard. Yeah, that was the first thing that they did. And I said, well, that's how today's going to go. That's what's going to happen today. The Jags going to get balkied big time, and, not seeing the value in a lot of players was going to come full into effect. Okay? However, that was the one low light, in my opinion, of today. Okay? As the Jaguars would go on to sign offensive guard Brandon Scherff of the Washington football team. He never played as a Commander. So the football team and that other name, which I won't mention, 5-time Pro Bowl guard, one of the best guards in the NFL. The dude's legit, and the Jaguars' offensive line got upgraded in a major way. We are much better now because we have him. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that the Jaguars went out and got him. Trevor Lawrence is happy as well. Now, the details for his contract, I don't believe are out yet. So I'm sure it's a lot, but I don't really care, to be honest. So now the 2 gentlemen to which I was speaking about, will try my best, don't judge me. Linebacker from the Atlanta Falcons, Foye Alunokun. Yeah, we're going to go with that. I'm going to have to come up with a nickname to yell at the TV this upcoming season, because there's no way I'm going to be saying that over and over again. Led the league last year in tackles, 192. Dude has a ton of potential, I think. He's made a bunch of plays already in the NFL. I think he's one of those guys to where, like, Falcons fans love him, and I know that they did because Twitter was flooded with Falcons fans being furious that they didn't re-sign him. In fact, I believe Ian Rappaport, when he announced that we had signed him, he mentioned in that same tweet that the Falcons were desperately trying excuse me, to come up with a new deal for him, but couldn't get it done. But Trent Baalke came through and got it done. So now it's not just Miles Jack and the rest. We have two legitimate linebackers. I believe my boy Foye is going to move on the inside, and then Miles Jack will probably play where he's most comfortable on the outside. And it was a really good thing. It's a really good thing for the Jaguars. Dude's a thumper. Dude's a tackling machine. I like it. I'm all for it. Now this next gentleman, I'll just say his last name. Fatou Kassi. I think his nickname is Foley. People call him. He's a defensive tackle for the New York Jets, who the Jaguars were able to snag away. Now, I had never heard of this dude. Before. But everything that I'm reading about him, everything that I'm seeing, is that he's an excellent run stuffer. He's one of those defensive tackles that's just going to eat up a ton of space, which pair him with Devon Hamilton and Malcolm Brown, Roy Robertson Harris. I think that finally, because even like in 2017, like Malik Jackson, was a good player. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because Malik Jackson and Marcel Darius was a good pairing. But I was going to say that the Jaguars, I feel like, have struggled with that interior, the defensive tackle position. Obviously, Taven Bryan was a bust, which, LOL, the Browns actually signed him. I don't know why. But I feel like the Jags have struggled with that. But now this signing should even shore up even more because they definitely got better last season with their run defense than they were in 2020. And this should even further bolster up the Jags' run game as well. Again, he was another signing, just like the dude before. Falcons fans are furious. Jets fans were very upset that they let this guy go. So, two guys who I didn't know a whole lot about. Jaguar fans probably didn't know a whole lot about. But probably by the end of September, early October, we will come to know and come to love. That's the hope. And then after that is the name that everyone was talking about. The Jaguars went out and signed wide receiver Christian Kirk from the Arizona Cardinals. And I love it. I'm all for it. I think he is going to be a go-to guy for Trevor. I think he's faster than DJ Chark. I know Jaguar fans are really upset that the Jaguars didn't bring back DJ Chark. I mean, they still could, but they haven't yet. But I think Christian Kirk is much faster. Christian Kirk adds a whole another element. He's more of a slot receiver. But I love the signing. And for the people that are mad about his contract, if you actually go and look at the cap hits for each of the next 4 years, especially this year, it's next to nothing. It's like less than $2 million. It's so back-ended and back-loaded that the Jaguars can still go out and sign a really big name if they want to. Chandler Jones is still out there. They can go out and afford him. Allen Robinson, if they really, really wanted to, they could still go out and get him. But I'm more than happy with this Christian Kirk signing. I think it's awesome. And I think Trevor Lawrence is happy as well. And then this next signing, I see a lot of people are 50-50 about it. I love it. I think that it is exactly what the Jags needed, exactly what this offense was missing, and that is a legit tight end in Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram, okay, I think will flourish in Doug Peterson's offense. I think, just like Christian Kirk, he could be a legit go-to guy for Trevor. Like him and Dan Arnold, if Dan Arnold stays healthy, that's the best tight end room the Jaguars have had in years. And I'm all for it. Like, it's crazy to talk about how I feel like needs where usually the Jaguars are entering the draft saying, okay, we have to do this. We have to do this because we didn't do what we should have done in free agency. Well, they've done that. Now, don't get me wrong. I am all on the train of taking the best wide receiver available at number 33. Like, I am fully on board with that. But after that, because I think the first pick is going to be Aiden Hutchinson, and then the best wide receiver available at 33. Or honestly, if Jameson Williams falls to the butt end of the first because of his injury, trade up whatever you have to and go get him. And then honestly, I don't care what happens for the rest of the draft. Just get best player available at whatever pick. Whatever, like I don't care. I do not care at that point. So I think the Jaguars are in an excellent position. Like I don't really know what else to say. Like I'm legitimately really, really happy with what they've done. And then the last signing that I know of, again, they've done so much as I'm recording this. Maybe the Trendsters pulled the trigger again and paid someone else. The Jaguars signed Zay Jones, wide receiver from the Las Vegas Raiders. I think, he's not a number 1 or number 2, but he's a solid like number 3 guy. Again, like Christian Kirk is I think he's a good 2. He's a good slot receiver. He can maybe play outside, but is more so excellent in the slot. And Zay Jones is just kind of he's like a good 3, maybe like a really, really bad 2, like a solid 3. Actually, no, he's not a 2 at all. He's a 3. I'm comfortable with saying that he's a 3, which is fine because, again, I think the Jaguars are going to go really heavy again in the draft, and hopefully with that 33rd pick, or if they move up, we get a wide receiver who ends up being that legit number 1 that we need. Hopefully. Or because Devontae Adams is not signing his franchise tag with the Packers, fingers crossed, maybe, we can move the mountains with that one, but we'll see. So, as of right now, that's all the Jaguars have done. I am extremely pleased with what they've done, and I got to give credit where credit is due. We have all berated, and I've been the king of it, talking so much smack on Trent Baalke and Shad Khan, but you know what? Shad probably went to him and said, spend. I want whatever you can get. Spend the money. Get the players. Spend the money. And Trent's gone out and done it. He's gone out and done it. Now, you want to make me super happy? Green Bay released Zadarius Smith. Go get that guy to pair him with Josh Allen and Aiden Hutchinson. What more do you need? What more do you need? You want me to go to bed tonight the happiest guy alive? Sign that dude. Sign that dude, and let's go win the AFC South. That's all I got to say. All right, guys. If the Jaguars, if they happen to do something tonight, if they sign Zadarius Smith, like I just hypothetically said, I will make a video tonight. I will be going crazy. But if the Jaguars do anything else tonight, more than likely, I will come out with a video tomorrow, compiled with whatever else that they may do tomorrow, if they do anything else tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Hit the like button. Like I said in the beginning, if you fit those 3 criteria, hit the subscribe button. Go Jags.